way next on Madden NFL 25.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You talk about this Titan defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability Out of the end zone, and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Right back to him on first down. Taken down at the 42.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Play action, now it's Daniels. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Titans at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 45 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Daniels looking to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Titans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time?
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Pushing his way through. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at... Two-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
To throw is Daniels. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To the air goes Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown. New York. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the left sideline and down to the 16-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Let's go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Here's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin at Everbank Field, an AFC South matchup pitting Houston against Jacksonville. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Keon Coleman, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium. See what's happening with the Giants at home.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Titans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here comes third and about a foot. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will have a Titans first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Let's go now. Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here we go. Here we go. Huh.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out now come the Jets. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
2 yards to go, second down. Now Daniels. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That good for 19 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. That all. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 37 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 129 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And with that last run, he's going to move past the 1,500-yard mark in rushing for the year as he continues his climb up the single-season rushing charts. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hand on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Here we go on 4th down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Slide for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Short throw, he's got Kraft. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Daniels able to find his man, Kraft. He's got room to roam. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Paul again. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Jets 21.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Back to throw. Daniels. And he's going to go down again. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Titans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
Ready? Here we go, set.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Sly on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Ready?
Here's a give up the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tennessee, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
what you got, just give me that. Just give me that. Just give me that, give me that. Just give me that. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Stand to attention, I come to mention. Now we're gonna take you in a different direction. That's the way we rock and make them move them body. We got those over there asking for selfies. This time I got to say,